have stepped into 2026. Thank God for that. Well, our population this year is estimated to be above 230 million. The youth making up the larger portion of this number. That is, millions of energetic, talented minds brimming with potential if well managed. This demographic powerhouse can propel the nation towards a $1 trillion economy by 2030, delivering a true demographic dividend through innovation, entrepreneurship, job creation, and sustainable prosperity. But if left untapped, it risks fueling unemployment, underemployment, and youth restiveness. In this first edition of the year, Dateline 360 will be looking at the prospects of harnessing the youth demography for economic gains and national development. Opportunities abound to be untapped into. Government-led vocational skills programs, which will shape graduates into skilled operators. Private and public training initiatives, unlocking global remote opportunities for the tech-savvy youth. These are not just programs, they are gateways to engaging the youth in the year 2026, slashing unemployment to the barest minimum, boosting non-oil exports, attracting forex earnings, and driving inclusive economic growth. Join us as we explore how 2026 can mark the turning point, from idle hands to an unstoppable economic powerhouse. I am Momso Damien Lati. Welcome to another year of opportunities and progress. Glad you could join us. The youth population can be described as the human capital hub of any society, but the vibrancy and energy of many in Nigeria have been observed to be poorly harnessed. Setting agenda for this section of the population in the new year is perceived to be an action in the right direction. And so, in this report, Olayinka Ojo examines what government is doing, as well as other perspectives on ways to enhance youth development in the new year.
The youth also should not only look at government, employment, and other things. How many youths can government employ when coppers are coming out on daily basis?
Youth unemployment in Nigeria has been a challenge. As of 2024, youth unemployment rate stands at 5.05%, showing a slight decline from 5.13% in 2023. However, for underemployment, approximately 28% of young people in the workforce are underemployed. The number of youths not in education, employment, or training is put at 14.4%. This is according to the first quarter of 2024, with female at 15.9% and male at 13.7%. Factors responsible are corruption, poor education system, over-reliance on oil, inadequate infrastructure, population growth, and insecurity.
I just graduated. I did a little bit of business when I was in school, but coming out now, I hope to go into the import and export of the sesame seed, hibiscus plants, all that. You know, we hope to do these things, but we don't really know a lot about it. And the best we could do is go online and Google.
From my own end, as an upcoming interior decorator, I feel the government can help with loans.
Sometimes people have skills, being behind the camera, but because of bad electricity, you hardly have light, to promote your business. So I feel stable electricity and good roads is another way the government can help.
Owing to this, many young Nigerians are seeking better opportunities, education, and living conditions abroad.
Nigeria has one of the most vibrant population, then the most vibrant youth population in the world. Why did I say so? Because the population of the workforce, when you talk about the workforce, people from 18 to probably 65 is more than 65% of the population. If you narrow it down to the youth from age 18 to 35, we have about 45% of the total population. Sadly, we do not have, because if you look at the population growth rate, and the GDP growth rate, you see that the population growth rate is growing faster, maybe 3 times the GDP growth rate. And what that tells you, just from the surface, is that there are not enough jobs for these youths.
And to address these causes, the Nigerian government has launched initiatives like the Nigerian Youth Employment Action Plan, to mention but a few. These are all aimed at empowering young Nigerians to make them self-reliant and employers of labor.
We as young people must participate as drivers and not observers. Future of Africa is in the hands of the youth, not just because we are young, but because we represent a generation that is more connected, more informed, and more capable than ever before.
To achieve this, an educational policy that is skills-driven must be adopted.
The exponential growth of youths in Nigeria has led so many youths to seek job even over the cloud. When I say over the cloud, that means on the internet. And you see that most of these youths are going out of their way to ensure that they get the right skills and competencies to compete on the global space. And the government should go all out to encourage youths to start businesses, because when they start businesses, they can also contribute to the growth and the development of the country by paying their taxes and also ensuring that they employ more people. So we need to also help the government ensure that the programs they create or they are creating are in line and in aspiration with the reality of the 21st century. It will be very suicidal for government to create interventions that do not make youth compete favorably in the 21st century.
They, however, believe that if Nigeria harnesses its youth's energy and talent in 2026 and beyond, the country could experience significant growth and development. Olayinka Ojo for Dateline 360.
As Olayinka highlights, ideal youth energy can breed serious risks. Next, Francis Form examines the troubling link between unemployment and rising youth-involved crime. Then the critical need to channel restiveness into resilience for a safer, stronger 2026.
The nerve center of every society is its youth population. Their character and dutiful engagement go a long way in determining peace, order, and security. With over 70% of Nigerians under 35, this demographic can drive monumental growth if channeled positively. But in recent times, cities and rural communities have been recording an increasing crime rate involving young people, from armed robbery and cyber fraud to cult violence and insurgent recruitment. Security agencies warn that growing numbers of youths are drifting from classrooms and job searches into criminal networks.
As a people, we need to come together to upscale our moral values, bring it back to what it used to be. Let's teach people that it's wrong to have money you did not work for, because that means you've taken somebody's money. Let's teach people to learn about delayed gratification. You can work for 10 years before you can save to buy a car. It's okay.
Latest data from the National Bureau of Statistics shows an estimated 51.89 million crime incidents between May 2023 and April 2024, with many involving youths aged 18 to 25 in theft, kidnapping, and organized crime. Cybercrime has surged as an outlet for skilled youths, with Nigeria recording thousands of ransomware detections in 2024 and ranking high globally in cyber threats. Experts identified youth unemployment as the leading trigger, followed by socioeconomic pressures.
People can be self-employed. And most of our youth, maybe, let me put in quotes, this Yahoo issue has really made them lazy to go into private work. Gone are those days we see them running, we want to work in NNPC, CBN, but now they prefer to go into Yahoo. And if you are involved in Yahoo Yahoo, is no more or less than the criminal activities, because the Yahoo is you are duping a white person to get. But I think the advice is that, to me, government should create more avenue.
We, the custodian, we have to force our people by doing a good thing. Secondly, the government supposed to be supporting with education and employment, and they will be learning handwork. Once a child is learning some handwork and he is doing good, he's going to be feeding himself from that place. But you will see a graduate, you have a degree, even a security is not seeing. And some of them that read a computer, they are the one that they are doing all those things, because they are showing them the secret of anything. They are the even one go to the bank app and stealing people's money.
It's sad that they would go into crime because they are so young. They are more or less truncating their future. So what we do, we don't stop from doing. It doesn't stop us from doing our job, as long as they are above 18. Even if they are below 18, we have juvenile courts, we have juvenile prisons. So what we do is to go on with our assignments, with our mandates. We get them arrested if they get involved in any sort of crime or criminality.
Official youth unemployment stands at around 6.5% in 2024 and 2025, but underemployment and discouragement affect far more, pushing idle youths towards crime. As Nigeria pushes for a $1 trillion economy by 2030, while positioning itself as a preferred tourism destination through economic diversification, security and serenity remain paramount. For 2026 to be a pivotal year, a safer nation attracting foreign investment, boosting tourism, and fostering development, experts propose scaling youth empowerment programs to reduce crime and further decongest correctional centers.
I think there is an organization called SMIDA. I've seen what they are doing there. Well, I think this year, they did what they call free CAC registration to encourage young people to register their business. So I think in 2026, if they can expand the number, free registration, then tax-free for young people, then training for them, then I will call on international community too. Like all this UK aid, they should concentrate more on funding the youth down.
But beyond that, we also work with NGOs, non-governmental organizations, that have mandates bordering on youth issues. We have some NGOs that focus squarely on youth. So we work with them. We also use our own unit called POCACOV, Police Campaign Against Cultism and Other Vices. It's also centered on youth. So we use all of these things to do advocacy.
Security experts agree that nationwide public-private programs in digital economy, agriculture, vocational skills, and employment opportunities are the most effective defense against crime and extremism. Evidence abounds in Borno and Yobe states. Skills acquisition programs are said to have significantly lowered youth recruitment into terrorist groups. Across northern Nigeria, community martial initiatives blend job creation with security, transforming unemployed youths into peace advocates. The message is clear. Security is no longer just about patrol vans, weapons, and prosecutions. It is about creating opportunities and hope. When empowered and supported, Nigeria's youth become builders of peace, drivers of growth, and guardians of stability. In this 2026, more investment in them will unlock a secure $1 trillion economy and position Nigeria as Africa's premier safe tourism destination. For Dateline 360, Francis from NTA News.
Eye-opening insights from Francis indeed. Untapped youth energy isn't just a missed opportunity, it's a ticking risk, from hopeful cap tossers after graduation to the reality of skills voids. Many graduates face barriers, but the Federal Technical and Vocational Educational Training Program, TVET, is flipping the scripts, forging desperate job seekers into confident job creators. Zinred Dingmum examines the industrial renaissance and its role in ending youth unemployment in 2026 for those who will take advantage of the opportunities it offers.
Industry experts describe most Nigerian graduates as theory-heavy and often weak in practical, a combination that employers in sectors like tech, construction, and renewable energy find unattractive.
We curated this new Tibet agenda to ensure that as citizens, so the students that will be going to these schools get more than enough practical skills. With the curriculum, 20% of it will be just on didactics, while 80% of those curriculum will be based on practical skills.
Having identified this gap, the federal government reviewed educational curriculum, unveiling a future-ready one that places vocational work at top priority and no longer Plan B as it was for many back in the days. And this gives Nigerians the opportunity to learn various skills, while technical and vocational institutions across the country are being upgraded and re-engineered to suit the current realities.
So we were allocated 300 people, but with training currently about 470 people, we decided to do our CSR again. We want to say at least out of this number, half of it, so over 200 to 300 people are going to come out. We can guarantee, we've done this before, so we can guarantee that they will be industry ready.
The teaching process has been very smooth for me. I've been able to grasp a whole lot of things. As a film student, I'm a student of National Film Institute. And then in school, we are mostly taught the theoretical aspect and all. And now coming for the training, we are being taught the practical aspect, so which is good because we are having hands-on experience.
A lot of qualified lecturers or tutors who are into this as their job, so they do it well. And then for me, I'm a student of NTA TV College, so I already know a bit of it from NTA. So coming here to learn the practical aspects of it is making the job easier, right? So adding theory and practical together makes the learning faster and easier for me.
What we are doing as a government now is laying a solid foundation in such a way that now we can build the education structure on a solid pillar that will ensure that really in the long run, that is the quality education we're talking about.
Stakeholders judge the impact as massive as hopes keep rising of the future for Nigeria's industrial productivity if at least up to 30% of Nigerian youths can gain specialized skills by the end of the year 2026, which is sure a long way to go, but many believe in the dream if implemented and monitored accordingly.
Another soaring prospect, digital skills. Nigeria's tech-savvy youth are perfectly poised to seize borderless opportunities, earning foreign currencies from home. Chidima Ndubisi showcases government and private sector-powered programs that offer opening global doors, which will fuel the nation's growth in this year 2026.
Digital skills are now defining employability and driving economic competitiveness the world over. Countries that embrace digital transformation, fully engaging their youth population, are seeing the impact. Stronger productivity, faster innovation, having job creators instead of job seekers. Therefore, engaging the youth population in this field unpacks benefits for both individuals and the nation. Many believe that Nigeria, with one of the world's largest youth populations that are tech-savvy, stands a better chance. With the right investments, this demographic advantage can be turned into economic strength by equipping young Nigerians with skills that match global demand. Young people pursuing digital skills such as software development, data analysis, cybersecurity, cloud computing, artificial intelligence, digital marketing, and more have lots of individual and national gains. They become innovators, developing homegrown solutions for both local and international challenges. This will boost productivity, reduce import dependence, and strengthen local industries while positioning Nigeria as a digital services exporter. They turn up as tech entrepreneurs who employ people or work for global companies, freelancing across borders and building digital businesses, earning foreign exchange while living at home.
People have made this argument that artificial intelligence will come and take jobs. Will jobs shrink? Possibly. However, knowing how to use those tools to your advantage would also keep you, would also keep you within the system. A lot of upscaling in emerging technologies. We are starting to have professionals that even though they work in Nigeria, they can work anywhere else in the world because they are acclimatizing to emerging technologies and how these technologies work. We need to find a way to subsidize IT, advanced IT education. Thank God we now have universities doing courses like cybersecurity, software engineering, and all of that. But we need to incorporate real life education to them.
Nigeria is already on track. Government-supported programs such as the 3 Million Technical Talents, 3MTT, have trained youths in these ICT skills, and the beneficiaries are now at the center of global competitiveness.
We earned a certificate in data science and were taught various tools such as Python, majorly Python. Other tools that we were taught or shown is the SPSS, Stata. We did this monthly innovation or knowledge showcase. I won a laptop. With my skill set, it's not just only for me, it's a means for me to also pass this knowledge also to more people.
We have also been able to build and ship software solutions to businesses and individuals within Nigeria and outside Nigeria.
Those that we can actually record that have gotten job opportunities in the first batch of the training program is already over 15,000.
Government and private sector-owned tech hubs, innovation centers, and startup incubators also exist across the country to engage more young people in building technologies. The conversations now are on upskilling these trainings to reach a larger number of youths, including those in rural areas where connectivity to telecom services is still a challenge.
What we're still doing is working with state government to see where state governments have facilities that we can convert into spaces where people can learn. The goal is to bring this program closer to the people.
As Nigeria pushes for economic diversification, the digital economy has become a pathway for sustainable non-oil growth. Engaging the youth in digital skills development is no longer an option, but critical. Chimdema Ndubisi, reporting for Dateline 360.
Well, the message is clear. Positive investment in youth will definitely yield results that will translate to growth and development. So, stay positive and bye for now. Have a prosperous new year.